everyone, hope you're having a fine day. Today, I'll be reacting to another set of gender ideology TikToks. Let's get started, shall we?
I really don't like cis people, so this just came up on my For You page, and it's quite obvious that none of these are things that just affect women, mostly because trans people exist, which cis people always forget when they're making their cute little feminism TikToks. They always forget that trans people exist. But then there's the thing that actually made me make this video: inadequate healthcare. How, even if you forget that trans people exist, how is this a women-only issue? Healthcare is shit for fucking everyone. Like, what were you smoking? I want some.
First things first. This person starts their video off by saying, I really don't like cis people. Can you imagine the uproar if I or you were to post a video online declaring, I really don't like those people? You know, as a kind of matter-of-fact type of way. Anyhow, so then it proceeds, hey, if the pronoun fits, you know. Okay. So, a screenshot is then displayed from another TikToker where she is saying to name a few things that only affect women, where it then responds with, it's quite obvious that none of these are things that just affect women. Okay, let's read this list, shall we? Maternal health, gender-based violence, wage gap, period poverty and stigma, pregnancy, and a few more after that. But I get the gist of it. However, Red over here chimes in with, mostly because trans people exist, which cis people always forget when they're making their cute little feminist TikToks. Number one, we have the right to claim ownership of our own gender. As a woman, I can be proud of myself without having to worry about what you're feeling. Sorry, get over it. It's funny to me because do we not see nonstop tea videos where all they do is moan about their issues? Women have that right as well. At least for now they do. I love how this inclusivity movement has gone full circle, where we are now back to boys with colorful long hair telling women what they can or cannot say, do, complain about, etc. Funny how that works, right? Oh, and number two, we don't forget that T people exist. I mean, how could we? You're involving yourselves in everything. But we also don't forget in simple biology. You know, if you were born as a biological woman, you can have a baby. Now, whether you choose to do it with a buzz cut and a pantsuit does not change the fact that you are only able to have a baby because you were born female, not assigned female. You were born female. Period. End of story. Sheesh. And the whole healthcare is shit for everyone? Yeah, that's true. But if she, as a woman, feels it's worse for women as a whole, then she has all the right to say it. What, did you forget that women exist?
Oh my God! Bruh. Emotional damage!
Yeah, okay. Says the girl wearing the Wokester uniform. You all know exactly what I mean. It was the first thing that came to your mind when this video began playing, right? Believe me, we're all thinking it. And you know what? I'm not even going to entertain what this thing wrote in this obnoxious video. Next.
Transvestite is a slur towards trans women to refer to us as cross-dressing men. The equivalent of saying the F word is not a slur because it means a bundle of sticks. Even then, Poison is canonically a trans woman, even though Capcom continues to be incredibly transphobic towards her at every opportunity they have.
I mean, they're not wrong. This term has existed forever, and you are a cross-dressing man. The only legit people who fall into the actual T community are those with true gender dysphoria, a real condition that affects a very, very small group. This group actually knows that they have a disorder and can admit that biology is real. That's what makes them so different from you. Oh, and they don't like y'all either. You know why? Because you guys totally invalidate them when you tell them gender doesn't actually exist. So, who's the phobe now?
Do you know about childism? This term hasn't trended yet, and people aren't talking about this. I think it's totally valid. Childism is the idea of, well, sexism, racism, discrimination against your sex, discrimination against your race. Well, childism is discrimination because you're a child. Like, for example, if a student were to come up to me and say, hey, Desi, I'm non-binary, can you call me they? And I told that student, oh, honey, you're way too young to know your gender identity. This would not only be transphobic, this would also be considered childism. Not only am I not respecting their pronouns, I would also be discriminating against them because of their age. I'm saying they are too young to know what their gender identity is. But you can do this in other ways too. If you don't respect children's opinion, which are completely valid, that's a form of childism. Well, enough credit, because it happens all the time. Just like ageism is a thing, we are discriminating against old people, childism is a thing too. Children need more of a voice in my opinion. So I'm a teacher. This helps.
Oh, Jesus, please take the wheel. I can't with these people. Childism? Seriously? Okay, I'll play along. What if this child comes up to you and says, hey, Desi, I'm non-binary. Can you call me they? And then adds, oh, also, over the break, Santa brought me all of the gifts I asked for. Did he bring you everything you asked for too? Are you going to play along or break their little heart and explain that Santa isn't real? You know, because children are children. They love playing pretend. They believe in things that aren't real, like Santa and the Tooth Fairy. Yet, you think they are also capable of deciding what gender they are? They're impressionable, hence why we have laws in place for adults that take advantage of them, because they cannot legally consent to things. This is done for a reason. Get it? Wow. Anyhow, next.
Explaining my pronouns. Z, Xim, Zir. I use these pronouns in addition to they, them, and he, him pronouns. I enjoy them because to me, it is gender specific. These are pronouns specifically for my non-binary identity. They, them pronouns are gender neutral, so anyone can use they, them pronouns, whether you're a cis man or you're non-binary like myself. So, Z, Zim, gender specific, they, them, gender neutral. Both of these are fine. How do you use these pronouns? Zim at the store today. Z was buying chips. I haven't heard from Zim in a while. I hope Zir's doing okay. If this is really confusing for you, that's understandable. It's a new concept. I'll use they, them, and he, him pronouns, and so you can use those for me.
Well, friends, we've now seen bright red, teal, auburn, blue, and green hair. Must be a quinky-dink. Alright, so Z-Zim is gender specific. They, them is gender neutral. You all following me here? Is anyone able to follow along with this? Like, make it make sense, because I think Z, Zim, they, them, he, him fried my last brain cell with whatever the hell this explanation was supposed to be. Holy smokes. Wow. Well, there you have it. What else can I say? I think I speak for many of us when I say, alrighty then. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.